So we have a bunch of new information about ARK Survival Ascended, including a full roadmap for all the maps that are coming out and a bunch of new additions that we have not heard of previously. And this information has all come from the Wildcard Extra Life charity stream that they are doing. They're doing their 24-hour charity stream. They're almost kind of like in the last stretch of it now, I think. But yeah, so it's incredible. We're all raising tons of money. Speaking of that, the Syntac community, we managed to raise almost 40,000. It's currently at just shy of 38,000 right now at the time of recording. Yeah, just that's incredible, guys. Thank you so much. You guys are all so generous, and it's all going towards an amazing cause. And yeah, I do have to say, I'm not going to be drawing the giveaway winners for probably about another day or so. So if you want to get in on those giveaways, there's a link down below. And yeah, let's get into it. So you've probably seen this little critter on the screen this whole time. This is the Fasolasuchus, and this is a brand new creature coming to Scorched Earth exclusively. So this creature basically burrows in the sand and kind of moves around in the sand, kind of like a death worm, except you're able to actually tame them and ride on them. And yeah, you can actually kind of see one in the sand in this image. We got little spines kind of coming out right there. That's probably what we're gonna see when they are like in the sand, kind of approaching you like a little sand shark. So the way to actually tame these dudes we'll essentially have to blow them out of the ground with explosives, and then after that you'll be able to hop onto their back, and then you got to steer them into some rocks. And once you do that, it will essentially apply torpor, and I don't know how many times we're gonna have to do that, but eventually you'll get it tamed. Now when it is tamed, you can of course continue to swim into the sand. You can also create like a little like a maelstrom kind of attack where it essentially makes like a little sand vortex and sucks all the creatures in, and they'll take like damage and stuff like that. And then I do believe it also has recoil damage. When you hit it, you'll essentially get some recoil damage to your own creature. So pretty dangerous critter, and I definitely think it suits this map a ton. Speaking of the map, Scorched Earth has a release date, and it is unfortunately pretty delayed. We were supposed to initially get it with the island back when ASA was supposed to be coming out, and then they pushed it to December. It is now pushed to March 2024. They said 2024 specifically. It could be 2025. Who knows? But yeah, so it is unfortunately pretty heavily delayed, but they did mention a couple things as to why that is the actual case. They are adding more caves. I don't know if that means artifact caves, but I really hope so, because the artifact caves on Scorched are some of the best ones in the whole game. Absolutely love those ones. They've got a great vibe. So yeah, it could just be more little inlet caves and stuff like that, but we'll see. So more caves, more secrets for lore and gameplay. So a bunch of more stuff to kind of tie Scorched more into the whole overarching story, because for the longest time it's kind of been a little bit of like the middle child. I don't know, it's just, it didn't really feel like it fit, and then we got the Ascension, and now it fits a little bit better, but there's a couple more things that they can do eventually to actually make it suit the whole story and everything. But I'm really excited to see it. Of course, they're going to be redoing the map a ton as well, like they did on the island. Probably some new little areas and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to make it any bigger, but just in general, I think anything that they could do to it can only be an improvement. And yeah, I'm really excited to see it. So coming alongside the Scorch release, we're actually also going to be getting a brand new adventure pack, which is a new purchasable DLC, and it's essentially going to include a bunch of different things. The one for Scorched is called the Frontier Adventure Pack, and I've got a list of everything it will include. It's going to include trains, train tracks, shovels to dig up treasure, dynamite, bar games, frontier structure skins, so you could be able to put you know, a different look to some of our current structures in the game, wagons, cosmetics for characters, and then a new creature that's supposedly, I guess, somewhat related to this kind of vibe that we have going on. And yeah, there's going to be some other things as well. So that is pretty exciting. The one thing is, of course, it is a paid little pack. We don't know the price currently, and I really doubt it's gonna cost more than 10. I would hope that it would cost 5, but I feel like it's probably gonna cost 10. At the end of the day, Snail Games is really down in the they are down in the financial department, and they very clearly need some extra money for development and stuff like that. But all in all, I mean, if you love the game, you know, it does suck having to buy new things to get all these new features, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people probably will, because, I mean, some of this stuff sounds pretty good. If they price it right, then I feel like the people will be okay with it. So let's price it at 5, I think. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of that stuff sounds absolutely fantastic. Honestly, like the trains I'm just thinking about it. Like, ever since they mentioned it, I'm just thinking about it. Like, we can make full-on train stations in our scorched maps, and we can bring these things probably to other maps as well. And I don't know, that's going to be really exciting. So yeah, so the actual trains are fully customizable, probably in terms of length, and maybe the carriages could be like different and stuff like that. You can actually build on them, so maybe it's just like a little platform on the wheels that can go onto the track, and then you can kind of do your own thing, which sounds absolutely amazing. And then obviously the skins that you see on the screen as well, that's actually 2 different sets, so you can have either of these skins on both genders. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Alongside all this, I have some questions in terms of this new creature. How does that work? Because previously we were buying maps, and those creatures would be on the maps, and if you don't buy the map, you're not going to be able to get onto the map and then get the creatures. So how does it work with this? That's something I'm very confused about, because it's not like a map. So if I don't buy this pack and somebody else does, can I not interact with that creature at all? I'm really confused about that. Maybe it could just... I don't think it's going to be like a skin or something like that. I don't really know. Anyway, I guess we'll find out eventually. But what do you guys think? What kind of creature will actually appear in this pack? Oh, one more thing that I actually forgot to mention. Wagons. That might potentially give a little bit of a hint as to what it could potentially be. I'm thinking like a buffalo or something like that, or like a bison. I don't know. That would be really cool. That's got a real Western vibe to it. So they did mention that there would be one of these adventure packs for each of the maps. I do not know if that specifically means just the originally paid DLCs. So will the next one be the center, or will it be Aberration? I don't really know, but long ways down the line, if they are doing them for every single map, I'm really excited for the Fjordur ones, because I think that those ones will probably be the coolest ones ever. But anyway, yeah, let's move on. So we also have information about the roadmap for ASA and all of the originally paid expansions. These are all coming for free, of course, but yeah, they are heavily spaced out. So let me go through the 2024 ones. So of course, in March we have Scorched Earth, in May we have the Center, July has Aberration, September for Ragnarok, October for Extinction, November will be a surprise, and then this is exactly what they said about it: gameplay that's game related. Don't know what that means. And then also December will have Valgyro. So a lot of maps coming. It does seem like it's, oh my god, it's gonna be a real crazy year, because we're gonna have so many new series and stuff starting. But I'm excited to see what that November thing is actually gonna be. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, like, it could potentially just be ARK 2, but I don't think they put it in an ASA roadmap. Potentially, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's essentially coming in November, whatever that is actually going to be. There's a couple things that they could add. It could eventually be like a Play as the Dino game mode, because of course we have SOTF fully integrated into the game, and it's coming. I'll talk about that in just 1 minute. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think the November surprise is going to be? So moving on to 2025, in February we have Genesis Part 1, April we have Crystal Isles, May we have Gen 2, August we have Lost Island, and then October we have Fjordur. And then after that, we're gonna have new canonical story DLCs that will be available for purchase. And I do believe they announced one, but then a Snail Games investor meeting, I think, basically gave it away that there's actually gonna be 2. So yeah, we'll see. But these will be new story expansions, kind of similar to, you know, all of the ones previous, like Scorched, Extinction, all those ones. How they fit into the story is a weird one, because at the very end of Genesis Part 2, of course, that leads into ARK 2. So where is this? Is it back on Earth? Is it after Extinction? Who knows? It could be a Rat Prime, which is a place on Earth. It's like another part of, it's like kind of like the Tech City, except it's on the opposite side of the planet, and I believe that's where the lifeboat ship in Genesis took off from. And I do believe Mei-Yin and Diana actually went there after their fight with the King Titans. So it could potentially be there. It could be something else. Who knows? I guess we'll find out in a long time, because it's not coming out for like 2 years. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, so yeah, just one thing about all these months. They are not completely set in stone. This is what they have as their current schedule right now. You know, it's wildcard. Everything gets delayed at least a little bit. So maybe, let's say, yeah, we're getting Fjordur in maybe, let's say, like May 2029. Yeah, that works. That's probably a pretty good estimate. But yeah, so obviously all these maps will be completely remastered and probably redone in many ways. I'm very excited to see the center and see how that water looks, because oh my god, it's got such a large ocean. So yeah, really exciting. Moving on, we have news about SOTF. It is coming out for all platforms on December 20th. They say that right now. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. They keep saying it's gonna drop on all platforms about like ASA stuff, but it's always PC first, and then maybe Xbox, and then maybe PlayStation a long while later. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. December 20th, though, which is pretty exciting. Additionally, coming out this month, we have the Cryopods. They're finally going to be bringing them back in. I think that they've probably gotten a little bit frustrated by how many people want them, but on top of that, server performance will definitely get a major bump when people don't have to have thousands of dinosaurs out and about. So that's going to be really cool. Obviously, myself, like in my series, I've been kind of enjoying not having them, but I do see the benefit in having them, especially for like when you're breeding and stuff like that. It can be a major pain having massive setups of dinosaurs everywhere and then moving them. So yeah, that's going to be a welcome addition for sure. How you actually make them, I guess we'll find out. Probably the same as the obelisk. The only thing that's not in the game that was used for them is element dust, and obviously that's not in the game right now because the tech creatures are not in the game. So are they going to add the tech creatures, or are they just going to remove that from the cryopods? We'll have to wait and see. So also coming in 2024, we have the ARK, the animated series. I know it's been a long time since we heard anything about this. It was first announced, I think, 3 years ago. And yeah, last year they told us it would be coming out with season 1 early 2023 and then season 2 in late 2023. So we haven't had any of it so far, unfortunately, and I think it all comes down to their just struggle to actually find a platform that wants to take it. And not because it's bad or anything like that. I think it all just comes down to the fact that they completely produced it in-house, and then now they want a platform to host it. Whereas I think in most cases, you kind of go to the platform, and then they book it, and then they basically help you produce it. So, yeah, I don't really know how it's all going to work, but it's essentially they figured out a platform. They have not announced the platform, and they have not announced when it's coming besides 2024. I do believe season 1 is 14 episodes, and they are each averaging around 30 minutes with a full 7 hours of watch time. So I think it's pretty exciting. I'm super excited to actually see season 1 because I do believe it's probably going to be like the whole story of the island, and then season 2 is probably going to be Scorched, and then so on and so forth. But yeah, so that is pretty much all the news. I don't think I missed anything, but if I did, let me know. What are you guys most excited about? What do you guys think about the roadmap? And yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about those adventure packs. Think about the center one. Maybe it will be like pirates themed or something. I don't know. The one thing about them is they're not going to be like canonical, so they can kind of add in whatever they want to realistically, because it's just going to be like extra stuff in on top, which I'm actually a big fan of. I think that actually will eventually be really cool to see. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll catch you in the next one.